When I first started developing on Roblox, I was a 15-year-old, innocent, starry-eyed, and with a lot of hope for the future. I am now a disheveled war veteran in a 22-year-old woman's body. Ever since I made the asset storage video, I have been receiving message after message of people wanting to commission me to build for them. I can't talk about the details of the bigger ones because that's not professional of me, but every single time I have said no. And so I kind of want to talk about it because I feel like there's this attitude, I'm not sure if it's with everyone, but especially with me, there's this attitude that I'm wasting my talent, and an attitude that I'm less of a developer because I'm not developing for other people and because I'm not making games, and also because I want to normalize to new developers that entering a development team isn't necessarily a good idea, but also because there are so many different opportunities for your development career on Roblox. You don't have to just join a development team to make money and to be successful on Roblox. I don't remember the first time I got on Roblox Studio, but I remember playing around with all of the tools, and the first game I ever released to the public was this floating island. I don't have it anymore, thank God. I really enjoyed terrain. I used to make little caves that you could walk around in. I used to make things for my friends as well. I just wanted to build and have an outlet for building. I was in a mill sim at the time called the Robine. One of the division leaders wanted me to make a TFAC training facility. That was the first project that I ever did for someone. It was completely voluntary, it wasn't paid, it was all on my own. I didn't have anyone scripting for me or anything. But when I released that game, that was kind of what settled in my head that I could develop on Roblox and I could hone in on these skills and maybe someday make a profession out of it. I was making little showcases here and there. The Small Walk was one of them. Sanctuary that I remade a couple of years ago. The old version of that as well was made during that time. I didn't join a proper development team until I was 16. I was recommended through a friend of a friend at school, and I joined this development team of people making an SCP game. It's always SCP games, there's so many of them. And that was when I became a victim to development teams. To all the children out there, do me a massive favor. If you're thinking of joining a development team, make sure you actually care about the project, because I promise you the guy that's in charge of the team has no idea what he's doing. He doesn't know how to manage a community, and he will probably not pay you. He'll tell you that he'll pay you, and he probably thinks that he can pay you, but he won't. I unfortunately fell victim to one of those starry-eyed development leaders who thought that his game that wasn't even made yet was going to make him loads of money, and so he promised to his dev team that we'd get percentage and we'd be filthy rich, and us all being children at the time, we believed him. And so it came as a really big hit to all of us when months into development we realized that we're not actually making anything that we can see people enjoying and playing, and the development lead slowly starting to lose interest in the project but not telling you that yet. So you're just watching it all fall apart in front of you and there's nothing you can really do about it, and it slowly dawns on you that you've just spent a month of your life developing a project and you're getting nothing for it. And that, my friend, is the average Roblox development team experience. Because like I said in my things I dislike about Roblox development video, we're all young. We don't have any industry experience running a development team and the costs and the requirements that come with that. This is gonna sound really bad, but anytime I see people message me wanting me to join their development team and they say that it's a passion-based project and volunteers only, I instantly know that it is just no. The development team leader of that project was also the guy who introduced me to hidden devs, and if you've watched any of my videos you will know how much I despise the community. I won't talk about my experiences personally in hidden devs, however I was also in and out of communities in hidden devs as well, and they pretty much ended the same way. I won't name him, but one of the old community representative leaders at Hidden Devs managed to sweep me off my feet again with a big promise that his game was going to be super successful and make lots of money. He was making a pirate simulator game, and he was always talking about the top front page developer scripters that he had hired and the animator who was making a professional trailer for them, and they had YouTubers on board that were promoting their game, and they had investors that were convinced that the game was going to be really popular, and he had this community of like thousands of people who were all there looking forward to a game that they hadn't even played. And he wanted me to do some art for him. He commissioned me for it. I'm pretty sure I got paid 1,000 Robux for it, for something like 10 pieces of quality artwork, lined and colored. Do you know how much money that is? I spent, I think, 2 weeks, multiple hours every day working on those art pieces, and I got $1.20 for it. And I couldn't even DevX it because of the threshold, so I got nothing for it. And when the game was released, it did okay. It got 218,000 visits. I have no idea how much money it made. However, the lead developer told me that with the money that he got, he was able to buy a new pair of shoes for like £200. So yeah, he managed to DevX £200 of it. And with the money that he DevX'd for his game, instead of reinvesting any of it back into his game to create more updates, he cashed it out for a pair of Nikes and then let the game die. And I got nothing for it. I got a shiny contributor role in his dead group, and I got some pieces of art that I could use in a portfolio. For some people, they think that that's enough. You've got this cool project that you can put in your portfolio and say that it's experience. This was the worst experience of my life. I could have spent that time working on my own game. That was another one of the development projects that I was in that did nothing but disappoint me. And that was the last development project on Roblox that I was in as a freelancer. And I'm gonna say something that's gonna have everybody riling up in my comments. I will take it on the chin if it means telling the truth to you. Developers that are leading a developer team that are looking to hire you will do this little thing to you called lying. They will lie to you. You need to remember, they're trying to win you over. Even if they don't like what you're making and aren't going to hire you, they still want the clout. They still want you to look at their development team and think that has really good potential. That's all they want. They want their game to be successful, and they want to convince everyone around them that it will be, and it is. Development leads also are really, really good at making their scope too wide and just being in this honeymoon phase of absolute happiness with their idea, and they will convince themselves that their game is going to pop off and it's going to do really well. And they're going to tell you that it's going to pop off and do really well, but they don't know that. And the way that they talk to me in my DMs frustrates me. They're throwing all of these numbers in my face, these predictions of what it's going to do. I can't show a lot of these simply because I don't really want to get into trouble with them. It's also just not professional for me, but they do. And the way that they speak with such confidence just makes me think, okay, you're someone in your late teens that's put on a slightly oversized suit. You're trying to pitch to me your game. And the way that they talk about their game and the potential they think it has, it's so disingenuous and it annoys me, and I have no patience for it. The darkest days of my Roblox building career have been in development team. Just being at my PC in Roblox Studio in this base plate that I'm not familiar with other people in it, making something that I wanted to say I cared about, but I didn't. I didn't care about the build or the community or the concept. All I cared about was doing a decent job. How are you supposed to motivate yourself to do a good job at something if it isn't something that you're actually interested in? You're getting further and further into development, and this idea of getting paid becomes less and less realistic, and you're starting to wonder why you're here, and then you're feeling the build quality go down because of it. You're lacking that motivation. When I left the pirate game, I put my hands up and I said, right, I'm not doing this anymore. I hate development teams. It's not fun. And what's most important to me is that it's time that I've wasted. I didn't make meaningful connections. I didn't get what I was promised. I didn't even enjoy the process, and I wasn't compensated for the time that I spent. And so I threw in the towel. I put my head down and I said, you know what? You guys suck at making games. I'm gonna make my own. And I started building again. I started making showcases. Pretty much instantly after I left that development team, I started work on remaking Sanctuary. And I released that remake after months of development, and I was happy with it. It didn't pop off because it's a showcase. Showcases do not pop off. But it brought me so much joy to create. It was such a reward when it was released. I could take so many pictures to use in a portfolio, and more importantly, it made me feel complete. I am an artist. Here's some art that I did yesterday. They're leaves, and I colored them in with my alcohol markers. I've been drawing since I could pick up a pencil. I am creatively driven and I love visual arts. I don't make showcases on Roblox to play. I make showcases as a form of 3D art, a world that I imagined in my head that I can translate into a space that you can walk around in. And I've honed in on those skills not from the perspective of wanting to earn money from it, but simply from wanting to create and have an outlet for my imagination. And with each new showcase that I uploaded, the stronger and stronger I was was motivated to make the next one. These things got like 300 visits. I made maybe like 12 Robux a week, and I didn't care because I don't make showcases to make money. I make money to make showcases. And it's the same with my YouTube as well. I've had this YouTube account for years and years, and I never made videos for people to look at. This originally was just so I could store things that I wanted to edit. I loved talking about things that I was interested in: aviation, game development, even Red Dead Redemption 2. This has never been about money for me, and it never will be. Last week, I was approached by the leader of a game. I will not say which game, but I will say that it is a very popular game. The game currently has 10 million visits, and the server has 150 players in it as I'm recording. And he offered me $1,000 to complete a project with him. And for most developers, you look at that and you think, wow, that is potentially life-changing money. Why would you turn that down? And it's simply because I know I'm not going to get that. This is a new project he's working on. It's probably going to die. He's probably going to lower the price. Even if he doesn't, even if he does pay me that $1,000, is it worth it, really? How long does it usually take for a project? Let's say 2 months. Okay, well that's 8 weeks, so 56 days. Take away 16 because of the weekends, 40 days. Working what, 8 hours a week? That's 320 hours. So $1,000 divided by 320 hours, I'm making $3.10 per hour. Let that sink in. $3.10 per hour. What's minimum wage in the UK? $16.62. That means not only would I be doing less than minimum wage, I'd be doing less than a quarter of minimum wage. Okay? Let that sink in. $1,000 sounds like the nicest thing in the world right now. I'd love to get $1,000. However, if I'm working full-time on a project for this guy for 2 months, which is generous, if it's a full-on project like his other game is, it might not even be that. If I had to work full-time on this, I would have had to quit YouTube, quit all that I currently do, for $3.10 an hour. That's horrid. I'm going to give you Roblox builders quite possibly the most valuable piece of advice you will ever receive. Come in. Closer. Closer. Now listen carefully. Take hourly pay. Tell your development team leader, sure, I will build for you, but I only do hourly. This is how much I take per hour. Do a build for a couple days, calculate how many hours you spent on it, and then demand that payment. And if you don't receive it, quit. Do not take percentage. Do not take a big amount of money at the end of the project. Even taking upfront is risky, because you'll be paid upfront and then you're now stuck developing with this team and you don't know how long for. Me personally, if I ever worked for a development team again, which I probably never will, but if I ever did, I would charge about $20 an hour, me personally. And listen closely again. If your development team leader feels uncomfortable paying you for hourly work, that's because he can't afford it. If you really think this guy is going to pay you $1,000 at the end of a project, but isn't comfortable paying you $10 an hour, congratulations, you've just found yourself a development leader that has no money and wants to drag you along because he wants to use you to make his money. And if he doesn't make that money back, he's just going to believe it's because his development team weren't good enough and you've wasted your time. This just frustrates me. I get these messages all the time of people saying, I'll give you 10%, we're gonna make a big game, it's gonna be super successful, you're gonna get 10%, that's like 500,000 Robux. Wow, that's so much, that's so cool, you're gonna be rich. No, the hell I'm not. I'm not super rich until you pay me. This project isn't worth anything to me until I'm paid for the time and the talent that I have. And you need to be the same, please. You need to understand that if you're joining a little development team that are doing this as a passion project, you need to be accepting that there is up to 100% chance you will be paid. Up to 100% is not good. That means it's anything under 100%. It's probably zero. Seeing so many builders waste their valuable time that they could be spending teaching themselves how to build, working on projects that they actually like and enjoy, and instead they're being burnt out on a project that they don't even care about because they think that they might get paid. What have we done to Roblox? Have you noticed that the cat has left now? She was happily sitting on my lap purring away while I was talking about my lovely childhood and how much I enjoyed Roblox development, and the second I talk about my miserable experience with development teams, she's gone. She can't stand it either. This whole video I wanted to make because yesterday night I had a really nice discussion with the people in my Discord server in a voice chat where they were asking me why I'm not working for a team. And we had a really good civil discussion about why I'm not interested in joining a development team. And I want to clarify to all the builders out there, if you are ever told by someone that you are wasting your building skills by building just for yourself and not making money from it, then kindly tell them to mind their own business. You're creating art for yourself, and the things that you make for yourself, the things that you're enjoying, that's no one else's to judge you for. And nobody has the right to say to you that what you're doing is a waste. Nobody. This is your creative work. This is your outlet. I'm sure these people want the best for you, but they don't know what is the best for you. For many people, myself included, building on Roblox simply for money and joining a development team, they're not what's best for me at all. They aren't stimulating to me. All it does is make me miserable. I would much rather make things that I enjoy and talk about the things that I enjoy. And it seems you guys do as well. I talk about my games, I talk about my opinions, and you guys love it. And you watch my videos and I get money for it. Follow your passion. Do what you enjoy. If you enjoy being in development teams, that's awesome. However, it's not for everyone, and we really should not be squeezing us all into the same boat of what we think Roblox development should be. I hope that this video was informative. Please do not take this as me saying why you should not be in a development team. When I spoke about things I disliked about Roblox development, a lot of people assumed that I was trying to tell you why you should dislike Roblox development. That's not what I was trying to do. I was simply telling you why I dislike certain parts of Roblox development. I'm not telling you what to think or what to do. I trust that you're competent enough to make your own decisions and do your own research. I just really enjoy talking about my thoughts, my interests. That's all this YouTube channel is. If you really enjoy it and you want to do it, absolutely go for it. I will cheer you on the whole way. I'm simply just explaining the reasons for why I don't want to. And yeah, come join my Discord server. We have loads of really cool discussions like this. We're nearly at 2,000 members now. Oh my god. It might even be at 2,000 members when this video comes out. You're all super cool. Keep developing. Do what you love. I love to see it. And I will catch you next week. Goodbye!